At Kilo, make early right turn, length 11. Alright, here we go.
Guys, sakir kadima, guys.
I'm not sakir kadima na taki.
173, turn left to Delta, hold short, runway 3.
Ano mabuking na sumaya?
Mid-pad, clear for takeoff, to left 270, pass behind Hawaiian 767, departing runway 3. Hawaiian 64 Heavy, Lihue Tower, runway 3, full length, cleared for takeoff, fly heading 060.
That's our hotel on the right. See?
Oh, you're staying at the Marriott?
Yeah.
Alright. That's a great swimming pool, isn't it?
Yeah. Guy, you see our hotel on the right?
What?
Our hotel. This one on the right, yeah? You can see the swimming pool soon.
I don't see.
You see the swimming pool?
Now you can see it.
Oh yeah. Now I can.
A good place to eat down there called Duke's. Maybe you've been there already. That's right behind the beach that you guys are on.
Which one?
Duke's?
Oh yeah, we've been there.
Yeah, right.
Wow.
Lead the cruise ship into port. This river here called the Huleia River. Yeah, that's the same river Indiana Jones used to escape from the guys chasing him at the beginning of Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Wow.
We just saw it a few days ago.
That's why the music.
You got
hear
it.
that? You got that.
Alaska 173, taxi to your gate via Delta Alpha, cross runway 3 at Delta, and contact ground as soon as after crossing. Okay, Delta Alpha to the gate and clear cross runway 3 and then ground Alaska 173. Good day. Alaska 64 Heavy, contact HCF Center. Correction, Hawaiian 64 Heavy, contact HCF Center. Good day, Hawaiian 64.
Wings 11, Carter's Point.
Wings 11, frequency change approved.
Pre-change approved, Wings 11. Alright, well this beautiful ridge line here goes by a couple different names. Black Mountain for one, also called Ha'upu Ridge, meaning happy memories in Hawaiian. A very neat area. Not everyone gets to see this. The helicopters almost never fly offshore here, and you cannot explore it on foot because it's all private property. Big beach below called Kipu Kai. That's where a little girl found some small dinosaurs in the second Jurassic Park movie. Which didn't turn out very well for her, but at least part of every Jurassic Park was filmed on Kauai. south half of Kauai. This is the drier leeward side. Really used to only be sugarcane fields, and those closed down for cheaper labor costs over the past 100 years or so. Down to the south shore, you got Shipwreck Beach here. Big green roof resort complex behind, that's the Grand Hyatt. The largest resort on Kauai.
Which one is it? How is it called?
The Hyatt?
The Hyatt.
Yeah, the Grand Hyatt. You got it. Coming down to the Poipu Beach Park here on our right. In one of the sunniest spots. Two different beaches there. The one in the middle, kind of the heart shape, that is Poipu Beach. Nice for snorkeling. Like 11 Poipu. Another nice feature of Hawaii, there are no private beaches in the whole state. You can go to any of the beaches we'll see today. Just to get to some of them, you have to go in from the ocean, because there's private land behind. Up along this little river valley. Right along the river, that's where you'd find the Allerton Botanical Gardens. Really beautiful area. Take some tours through there. That's where you'd find the fig trees at the very large roots where they found the dinosaur eggs in the first Jurassic Park movie. These fields down below us, these used to be sugar cane. Nowadays it's all coffee, owned by the Kauai Coffee Company. Isn't quite as famous as Kona coffee from the Big Island. However, Kona, a bunch of small farms. This is one big plantation, making it the largest in Hawaii and automatically the largest in the United States.
We were walking hand in hand on a white sandy beach of Hawaii. We were playing in the sun. We were having so much fun on a white sandy beach.
The best part about the coffee fields, there's a visitor center. You can go try all their coffee for free. Again, nice gift shop down there. And then right near there, there's a bay over there to the left. That's Port Allen. Most of the South Shore boat tours leave from. You guys doing a boat tour this time? No? Yeah. Another way to see Napali.
54 Waimea Southeast.
Hot long summer days, lying there in the sun on a white sandy beach of Hawaii. The sound of the ocean soothes my restless soul. The sound of the ocean rocks me all night long. Oh, last night in my dreams, I saw your face again.
Despite this being the dry side of the island, very green as we head inland. It all gets progressively rainy towards the mountain in the center of Kauai. It's called Waialeale, which means rippling waters in Hawaiian. And maybe Val told you it's the rainiest spot on Earth. Right in the middle, annual average close to 500 inches of rain.
Wow, amazing.
Yeah, so if you see the top of it, even for a short glimpse your whole stay, consider yourselves lucky. Very rare.
Blue 33 over the top of Honolulu for Honolulu.
Right up this valley, you kind of see a few waterfalls just to the right of the nose there. Now, we're not going to go too close because it gets really, really bumpy back there today. I'm going to enjoy these ones from a distance. The very tallest, brightest waterfall in that valley floor, maybe you can see it up there. It's called Manawaiopuna Falls, about 200 feet tall. Yeah, that's the famous one, known as the Jurassic Falls. The biggest one where they landed the helicopter in the first Jurassic Park movie.
Yeah, you okay? What height the helicopters are flying?
They have the same minimum altitude as we do, but if we were flying down there, we would be really bumpy down there. So they're probably flying a couple hundred feet off the ground. We're right now closer to maybe 1,300 feet above the elevation right now.
How many flights you do a day?
Yeah, a full day like today is 5.
5?
Yeah, this is number 4 for today.
What's the best time to do it during the day?
It depends what time or what part of the island you want to see. If you want to see the best time to see the Napali, the lighting, that's right now and 4 o'clock. So now in the next light, if you want some of the best kind of lighting right in the middle of the island for waterfalls, that's probably the 9:30 and 11 o'clock lights, somewhere in there. But they each have their advantages, of course. You can see all these huge valleys formed over many years, mainly by water erosion. the rain from the top of the mountain. This one, the Alakai Canyon, goes back to the western face of Waialeale, way back here. This is all private property. All this from the edge of that Hanalei Bay Valley where the Jurassic Park waterfall was. From there all the way ahead to almost Waimea Canyon is private land owned by the Robinson family. So really nobody gets to see this other than my ear. Pretty much see why there are no roads, at least no paved roads, to the middle of the island, even on the state land. Very difficult terrain, and then make things even more difficult, the big flat part on top of the mountain that looks like a forest. That's a swamp with all the rainfall. Called the Alakai Swamp, the highest elevation swamp on Earth.
Nobody's living on this property?
They are not. Nope, you can see one little white building up there in the hills. That's the Robinson family hunting cabin that they'll sometimes go to. Yeah, via helicopter.
Wow.
What they hunt are wild pigs, mountain goat, black-tailed deer. Just getting into the Waimea Canyon, so back to state property now. Nicknamed the Grand Canyon of the Pacific. You can see Waialeua Valley and Wailua Falls up to the right. But in some areas, the canyon almost 4,000 feet deep. You can see many different colors of green, that kind of most yellowish or mint color green in the valley floor. That's the kukui tree. Is the state tree of Hawaii. Kind of funny, even the state tree is not native to Hawaii. It was brought over by the Polynesian explorers who had many uses for the nut that tree produces. They'd burn the oils, giving them light, and they'd adorn their royal teeth with leis made of kukui nuts.
Blue 54, left turning Cathedral, 2.7 Pacific.
The best parts of Kauai, driving the road up Waimea Canyon. It goes straight ahead of us, right along the edge of the cliffs. Beautiful drive. Many lookouts, and from several of the lookouts you can enjoy views of these waterfalls up to our right, called Wailua Falls. About 800 feet tall. And you can even hike to the top of those. About a mile each way, or sorry, about an hour each way. 4 miles round trip.
These are the ones we've seen a few days ago, right?
Maybe.
I
You
think
drove
it's-
up the canyon?
Yeah, we've seen them from there.
All right. Be careful with that headset there, guy. I don't want to break that one. Lots of beautiful hiking trails below through the Kokee State Park and up the hill farther. A number of hunting trails as well. Yeah, then out our left side, the largest beach in Hawaii. That's called Polihale, about 17 miles long. Or there's a Navy base where they do missile launching exercises every few months. Yeah, then another island offshore. Kind of see the silhouette out there. That's the island of Ni'ihau, known as the Forbidden Island. It's all restricted access, owned by the same Robinson family that own all that prior land.
How many people live there?
Less than 100. Yeah, not very many. There's one town, and they observe the old way of living, so they ride around on horses. There's no paved roads, very limited electricity. We're going to continue Makai here towards the sea in Hawaii, which will be taking us over these cliffs in some areas ahead over 4,000 feet tall. There's this. Gives way to the crown jewel of Kauai, Napali Coast here, starting with the first 2,000 foot deep Nualolo Valley.
Waterfall coming right to the shore. You see it?
Where is it?
Over there. Small beach. Has
Oh,
its
yeah,
own
yeah,
waterfall.
The double beach below, one of my favorite areas, that's called Honopu Beach. And the only legal way to go to Honopu is by swimming. Well, As it's a sacred site, the Hawaiians had buried their kings and queens in the cliffs behind the beach, so you can't even touch the sand with a surfboard. Very sharp spikes in the rock called the cathedrals. Easily some of the most dramatic terrain in Hawaii, and then leads into the Kalalau Valley, the largest valley on the Napali. That at the end of the road, as you drive up Waimea Canyon, you'll be standing on the very highest ridge. You made it all the way up here.
You can see the chopper down there.
A hike you could do along the bottom of these cliffs all the way out to a beach below the cathedrals. That's called Kalalau Trail. There's 11 miles each way, ranked in the top 10 most dangerous hikes on Earth. Quite a long one, but people come from all over the world to do that hike. Number of the sea caves down below. Those,
yeah, there's a boat down there.
Big ones there, right? The small boats go inside those. It's a lot of fun. A very nice hike is the first 2 miles on Kalalau Trail. Takes you to this beach at the mouth of the valley. It's called Hanalei Beach. Great hike. Not a good beach for swimming though. Dangerous currents kind of pull along the cliffs there.
233 on top of that.
Guy, see the helicopter down there? See?
Right before you. That's when we were there.
Yeah.
Okay, for tunnel to 800, sunshine 6.
half turn here. Just give you additional panoramic view up the entire Napali Coast here. Almost all 16 miles of coast in view as we do.
Alakai, return for Lihue.
How is it called, this one?
That's called K-A. It's spelled K-E-E, but it's pronounced K-A. Yeah, that's where the road ends on the north shore, so you can do some nice snorkeling there if it's
we should go there.
Yeah, that's, I always say the two things that if you have time you have to do, drive up the road to the end of the road at the canyon and the other way up to the north shore. And it's just very unique to Kauai, both of those spots.
Are these coral reefs?
Yeah, they are. This is called Tunnels Beach.
Wow.
Beautiful reef. One of my favorite places to snorkel and dive. I do a lot of free diving. But, up here a couple days ago, you can go underneath the rock shelves and such. You can see there's kind of the two reefs off the beach there, a big crack between them. There's that dark spot in the water just off the sand. That's a school of fish. Those are called akule, that really dark dot. The type of mackerel.
Wow.
You see over there, guy? See the black spot? It's a fish.
That's a bunch of fish. Yeah, a bunch of little fish swimming in a group.
Bunch of little fish over there. You see a black spot? A lot of fish. You see it moves.
I was swimming inside of that exact school a couple days ago. Came up here to dive in big black cloud. Really neat. I'll show you a video on my phone, but it's kind of spooky because they all swim together. It makes a big whoosh, and it sounds like there's a big shark by it.
The best beach for snorkeling is...
That can be one of the best. It's kind of a long walk to get there, so there's that. And then if it's choppy water or a windy day, there can be some very strong currents.
So in KA, it's good for snorkeling?
KA is a little more protected, yep. And then another good one is Poipu, down on the south. That one, like an aquarium, there's a lot of fish down there. He's living offshore Lihue, headed for Anini. Hanalei Bay here, about 2 miles of beach through the horseshoe shape. We got Hanalei Town on the inland side. Yeah, Princeville just up ahead here. Nice area to swim by that pier where all the boats are parked. Calm water. Another famous spot to visit called Queen's Bath. You've heard of that. That's where Queen Emma used to like to swim. Right along the cliff's edge, you can see these golf course holes. Go a little bit further left, and there's a swimming pool next to a brown roofed house. Straight below the brown roof. That's kind of a greener pool in the rock. Maybe see a bunch of people swimming in. Oh yeah, tons of people standing next to it there. That's a famous Queen's Bath.
can even see people jump.
Oh yeah, I saw somebody jump in. That's
Yes.
a lot of fun.
And the dream that you did to, oh why can't I? Well, I see trees of green and red roses too. I'll watch them bloom for me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Well, I see skies of blue.
Another option for North Shore snorkeling here. This is called Anini Beach. It has all this reef for about 2 miles.
I like
A little bit easier to access than tunnels.
think to myself,
Pretty neat. You can see all the cracks in the reef where it gets a lot deeper down there.
the colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people passing by. I see friends shaking hands, singing, how do you do? They really say, I love you. I hear babies cry and I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than we'll know, and
Kind of funny to see Princeville from the air compared to driving past it, all the hedgerows and various vegetation. You'd never really imagine there's nearly this many buildings there. More feels like you're driving through the jungle. Here's the main road again. And winding its way around across in the river, Hanalei River. That bridge, from there to the end of the road, it's really one lane river crossing, so you gotta take turns as you go through.
you find me, oh, somewhere over the rainbow, way up high. And the dream that you did to oh, why can't I?
Just entering the Hanalei River Valley here. It cuts right up the middle of Kauai. It's all state land, but very difficult to see other than by air, just because there's no roads and only some difficult hiking trails that come part way up. Numerous waterfalls get down our left side. Here's some larger ones. Those two on top of each other. Right up here called the Takeoff Falls. These ones are really always flowing. This valley looks a little bit different oftentimes each day. See some more back on the right here. And all the dark scars in the mountains. Now worn down from the more temporary waterfalls. That show up just after the heaviest rain.
Pepe from the south.
You can really see why it's called the Garden Island. Just so lush and green, all the waterfalls, all that bright lime green plant growing right up the cliffside. Looks like grass or moss. Most of those are thousands of ferns. And when explorers first came to Kauai, they noticed right away about 200 different types of ferns native to Hawaii, and a bunch of other plants they'd never seen before. Most of the plant life today is not native throughout the Hawaiian Islands, including pineapples and even most of the palm trees. How about that? Pineapples brought over 1790 from Brazil, and only the shorter Lo'ulu palm tree family is native to Hawaii. That's an endangered species now. We are right in the heart of the island. This is Waialeale. Next to us, get a nice glimpse inside Waialeale Crater here. It goes back to near vertical rock walls, over 5,000 feet tall. Radar north wall 3.4, wind 11. And all climbs up to the tallest point on the island, known as Kauai. That's 5,243 feet.
Jonathan, you okay? Jonathan? You okay?
Yes.
More waterfalls up there under the clouds. I'm often asked how many waterfalls are on Kauai, but they change, as I mentioned, all the time. No way to get an accurate count, but easily hundreds, I'd say, at any given time. And after it's been really rainy, a lot more.
Available for flight service. Advise on initial contact. You have information Zulu. Route confirmation Zulu 0053 Zulu 104015. Visibility 10, 2,400 scattered. Temperature 28, 2.21. Altimeter 3009er. ILS runway 35. The visual approach is in use. Landing and departing runways 3 and 35. Train procedures in use for two helicopters. Notice airman taxiway Charlie closed. Advisory camera use caution for birds and weather information available for flight service. Advise on initial contact if you have information Zulu.
Down below in the Lihue Basin, you see a lot of these flat top trees, kind of look like broccoli in the air. Very impressive canopy. Those are called albizia trees. They're not native to Hawaii, but were brought over from Africa, early 1900s for shade. Nice canopy to look at. However, just like the chickens, if you like these trees, take some home with you. These are highly invasive because they grow so fast.
10-6 South Tech, third liner, taxi to the gate.
About 10 times faster than a normal tree, up to an inch a day. It's a weak wood that breaks off in the wind. It'll blow around, causing damage. So you may be seeing these areas, they cut them down, they'll turn them into wood chips and burn them for electricity. And what's called a biomass burner.
Here in this paradise.
Three tower, sunshine 6.
Come on.
Second. You guys picking up my transponder?
Come on.
Negative.
Is this the fullness of heaven? Here in this paradise.
Lihue Tower, wings 11, inbound north of the lakes or the falls with Zulu.
Wings 11, Lihue Tower, report leaving falls.
Please come.
Report leaving the falls, wings 11.
Come all I need. When nights are still, come all I need. You can hear the voice of
Making our way back to the east coast, known as the Royal Coconut Coast. All the coconut palm trees. It's almost all beaches. Over 50% of the shoreline, natural beach, so over 50 miles of beaches. And a fun way for you to see the east side beaches here, there's a bicycle trail. You can rent bikes in Kauai for only $5 an hour. It's a nice, easy paved ride. It's a fun one.
Come to me, come all I need. When nights are still, come all I need. You can hear the voice of Ukaninui. Oh, here I am.
We have one last set of waterfalls here today. We'll be down our right side. See those white sheds in the field. On the left side of those sheds will be the Wailua Falls. These ones you can drive to if you haven't yet. Beautiful. From the lookout where you park, you see two waterfalls.
You're going to the north ramp.
From the air here, you can see all three of them.
415, Quebec Sierra. Quebec Sierra, cross runway 3 at Bravo and continue on Bravo into the north ramp. Looks like they're settling for your back.
Cleared to cross runway 3, Bravo to the north ramp, 415 Quebec Sierra, thanks.
Lihue Tower, Blue 23, Zulu Harbor, ready to fly. Blue 23, Lihue Tower, taxi northbound, make a left 270, pass behind Hawaiian 717, will be departing runway 3. Approach takeoff.
Blue 23 is on the go, thank you.
Wings 11 leaving the falls.
Wings 11, enter left base, runway 3.
On the left base for 3, wings 11.
Sunshine 12, Lihue Tower, trace approach, report 7.
Flight to trace and report to 7, Sunshine 12.
Slowly making our way back to Lihue ahead. The second largest population center on Kauai, with Kapa'a to the north being the largest.
Line 184, Lihue Tower. Okay, right on course clear for departure, runway 31, 184. Wings 11, caution terminals departing 717, runway 3, clear to land, wind 06014.
Roger, cleared land runway 3, wings 11. On approach to land, just make sure you got those seat belts securely fastened.
Behind Hawaii.
223, affirmative.
Yes, sir.
Sunshine 12, South Pack, clear to land or taxi again.
South Pack, taxi again, Sunshine 12.
Line 184, contact HF Center.
Line 184.
Can you see our hotel? Right here? Up there?
Lihue Tower, Blue 33, gate 15, Zulu for the harbor.
33, Lihue Tower, air taxi northbound, harbor departure, clear for takeoff traffic on the down.
Guys, look, we're landing.
Sunshine, departing on Blue Party Route.
Give it away to Blue Sunshine.
Turn left Delta, taxi to parking monitor ground.
Delta to park monitor ground, wings 11. Alright, well it's a pretty beautiful island, isn't it?
Yeah, amazing. The smoothest landing I ever had.
Alright, well thank you guys for flying wings over Kauai today. A pleasure taking you around.
Thank you. It was amazing.
You're welcome.
My lover stands on golden sand.